name's Clive Woodnut. I'm a qualified arborist, and my job today is to fell the tree behind me. We're in Bohmer'S in New South Wales. We're going to sectionally fell a very large gum. We have to do this using a friction drum and a series of ropes, which we'll be using a square rigging technique to lower the branches. Fortunately, we couldn't get a crane in because of the electric cables out the front. We are in close situ to a hospital, so we couldn't cut the power off for any length of time. So it has to be dragged from the rear garden up quite a steep slope. The boys have got to be like mountain goats for the next 2 days and hump it out all by hand. If you look behind me, you'll see a little yellow line, which is where we're going to cut the tree to. That's roughly 7 metres from the ground because it grows through a decking. Just beneath the yellow line, you'll see a cut which has been made for us to place on a friction drum. The friction drum is a device that the rope is wrapped around and allows the ground workers to lower the branch at a nice steady pace, thus reducing the impact on the ground. Climbing equipment is probably the most important thing of all, and yes, it's checked every single day.
Here we've got a selection of tree climbing equipment that's used day to day. And we've got pulleys and friction cord for knots and ascending. There we've got connectors, that's used for aerial rescue, for connecting two climbers together. We've got ascenders and descenders. We've got friction reduction devices and another ascender with a little pulley on there. We've got all sorts of equipment to use day to day. On my harness I've got a personal first aid kit and a rescue knife.
Once we've checked all the equipment, it's time to ascend the tree. What happens now is I position my rope so that I can put directional cuts in as I go up. Beautiful. All up we had 11 people here today, including chippers and cameraman. Believe it or not, up until now it was absolutely roasting hot. So we've been looking after the boys, making sure that their fatigue levels are kept to a bare minimum. If you look behind and upwards, we've probably got about 4 hours to remove the stem. We'll be able to chop those down in say 2 or 3 metre pieces until we reach the point where the friction drum becomes useless, and we've put in 4 sheets of plywood on a kind of floating floor, and we've got a scaffold guy coming in to build a framework around the remainder of the tree so that we can bring it down in small pieces, and we're cutting it down to that yellow line that's painted on the trunk, and we're turning it into a beer table for the lady. That way she can incorporate it in her entertainment area